study session.
기도 많이 했어요. 밥을 먹은 후에 과일하고 송편을 먹었어요.
Okay, so let's repeat those two sentences together. 그리고 이야기도 많이 했어요. 밥을 먹은 후에 과일하고 송편을 먹었어요. So let's repeat a little bit slower for you guys. 그리고 이야기도 많이 했어요. 밥을 먹은 후에 과일하고 송편을 먹었어요. So we are talking, if you guys were not there yesterday, in Korea during fall time, there is a special holiday that is called Chuseok, which this year is gonna be, I think, from October 6th, if I'm not mistaken. And it's basically the Korean version of Thanksgiving. So people gather together with their families and then they eat a lot of food. So it's basically the same principle as Thanksgiving, but in Korea. So she is explaining that when it is Chuseok time, normally she goes to her grandparents' home and they eat all the family together. So that is basically where we are at in this Korean podcast. So let's continue with this sentence. So we have 그리고. We have seen that a lot of times before. And once again, it is a word starting in 그, which means it is a connective word. So now, okay, you cannot deceive me. What does 그리고 mean? Comment down below if you guys remember what 그리고 mean. And if you have been watching my Korean study podcast for a long time now, you probably know what 그리고 would mean. So comment down below what 그리고 means. And once again, this is a connective word, so it connects multiple sentences together. So comment down below if you guys know the answer of 그리고. I know a lot of words are starting in 그 and can be very confusing, right? But the more you get into them, I guess, the easier it will be for you guys to understand the meaning behind each one of them because they are very close, right? Thank you so much for the follow. I keep confusing the sentence order. It's okay. You will get better. Don't worry. It will get better the more you... Oh, sorry. I think I put something on the ground. But yes, you're going to get better the more you do it. So my brain is starting to mix them up. It's totally normal, especially in this podcast. It seems that she is using all the words starting in 그. So it might be harder to remember, right? However, I'm going to give you the translation and maybe a small trick to remember. So 그리고 is used whenever you want to say and. So it is one of the maybe 20 ways to say and in Korean. However, it is only used most of the time at the beginning of the sentence, and it is to connect the two sentences together. So sometimes when the sentence is slightly too long and you're unsure that the person will understand, and especially in this context, which is a beginner podcast, she is using a lot of those words. So she split the sentences in two parts, okay, to make them shorter. So she started with the first idea and she continues with the second idea. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So in this case, you guys are probably familiar with 하고, right? So 하고 is another way to say and in Korean. However, it is only in use with like nouns or things like that. But try to think, since it is ending in 고, right? It means end. So 그리고, end, which is similar to 하고, or we also saw previously, like just right here, right? There's the 하고. So you see, it is both ending in 고. So maybe that can be a way for you guys to remember that 그리고 means end. So it has the same meaning of 하고. That's how you can remember that. And then we have 이야기도. So 이야기, that helps. Okay, perfect. Glad to hear that it's helping. Hopefully, if any of you guys have any other tricks that helps you recognize this word, you can comment down below. I'm sure it can help other people as well. So we have 이야기도. So this is from the verb 이야기하다, which is to speak or talk. So we have seen that word a lot of times before in my Korean study live stream. Thank you so much for the like. Thank you. And yes, whenever you want to talk about something or speak about something, okay, or to someone, you can use this verb. Am I too late? No, we just started. So you are definitely not too late. And thank you so much for being here again. Hope you're doing well. So yes, 이야기하다, which is speaking. 또, does any of you guys remember what 또 means when you add it to a word? So comment down below if you guys remember what 또 means when you add it to a word. In this case, it is added to a verb. Okay, however, in this context, it doesn't really have the meaning of a verb anymore. It's more the meaning of a word. So comment down below. Okay. Okay, I see a lot of great answers. I'll prepare my notes now. Wait, by the way, I'm learning Korean myself. Oh, that is amazing. Then you are at the right place if you are learning Korean by yourself. So 또, okay, I'm gonna give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you want to use 또 when you want to say also or to. There is also, I think, a grammar pattern that is you use 또. However, I'm not sure I remember exactly the meaning of the grammar pattern, but it sounds like to. Yes, 또, to, kind of similar. But yes, you want to use 또, okay, whenever you want to say also or to or as well, I guess. All of these can work. And it is always, it is a particle, first of all, that is always glued to another word. So you will never see it hang out by himself. He will always be with his other friends, other words. So it means and also talking. It's so easy when you're learning with someone. Yes, that's why I do those Korean study sessions. And also, if you are new, don't forget to follow me just right here. I go live 3 to 5 times each week where we study Korean together. And I feel like a lot of people enjoys those Korean study sessions since we can all study together and interact. So that is definitely better than just, learning by yourself all the time. So here, and also speaking, we have 맞니? I'm following you a long time ago. Oh, really? Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate. And I'm happy to hear that you are here today as well. So we have 많이, which is from the verb 많다, to be a lot or to be many. And we have the verb 했어요, which is from the verb 하다. We have seen a lot of times what the verb 하다 mean. Here there is a double shiat under here. So does any of you guys remember the translation of this word as a whole? So in its conjugated form, what does that mean? Comment down below if you guys remember what that would mean when it is conjugated. Just right here. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds to comment down below what 했어요 conjugated just like that would mean. So I'm gonna give you a few more seconds. I see a lot of great answer. That is amazing. So you guys are doing amazingly like usually. So I'm gonna give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you guys are correct. This is from the verb 하다, which is to do. However, like I mentioned, since there is double shiat under here, we know it's in the past tense, so it becomes did. So, and, okay, they also, okay, did. And they also did a lot of talking. Okay, so she is talking about herself and her family, so that's why I'm using they. But from her point of view, she is probably saying like we. Okay, so and talking also a lot did. So that is how this first sentence would be translated. Let's jump to the second sentence, which is slightly longer than the first one, right? So we have 밥을. I told you guys, right? The second meaning of 밥, right? So does any of you guys remember what 밥을 would mean? So it doesn't literally mean the first, how can I say that? The first translation. So there is like a second meaning behind 밥을. So comment down below if you guys remember, right, what 밥을 would mean in this context, because she is not talking about eating rice. Okay, here technically you can say eating rice, but in this case she is using that word not in the purpose of eating rice. So what would be the second meaning of this word that I explained yesterday? If you guys were there and remember well, I'm gonna give you, I see a lot of great answers, so I'm gonna give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you guys are correct. Technically, well, first of all, it means rice, right? Everyone knows that word. It's probably the first word that you learn in Korean language, right? However, they also use that expression with food or meals. So most of the time when you're gonna see, for example, 밥을 먹은, or like 밥을 먹자, like let's go eat, okay? So it's not saying like let's go eat rice, but most of the time it is an expression that means food or meals. We have 먹은, which is once again from the verb 먹다. However, here in this case, like I keep mentioning again and again, in Korean, you can transform verb into nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and then you can transform nouns, adjectives into verbs. Oh my God, that is confusing. But yes, you can exchange them between each other. So that can be confusing. In this case, it means it is like it has become a word instead of a verb, 먹은. In this case, like I keep mentioning, in English, you can translate that to verbs ending in ing. So it would be eating food or eating meal, okay? And then we have 후회. Okay, I'm gonna hide it. What does 후회 mean? Comment down below if you guys know what 후회 would mean. So does any of you guys know the meaning behind 후회? If so, comment down below. What does that mean? I'm gonna give you a few seconds to try and guess. Even if you saw it, it's okay. You can cheat. I give you the permission to cheat. So what does 후회 mean? It's really not hiding it well. Okay. So what does that mean? Comment down below. What does 후회 would mean? Or then, if you guys want to try and guess what those three words means together, okay, that would be even better. So comment down below what those three words would mean together. Comment down below if you guys know what that would mean. Before, definitely before. So comment down below what does all those three 밥을 먹은 후에 would mean together. Clean dishes after a meal. Not exactly, but you have one part. So I see some good answers. Comment down below. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds. That was a good guess though, Stefan. But basically, before you eat, it would be actually the opposite. So 후회, we know that it is after. So it is after eating the meal or eating the food. That is how you can translate those three words together. We have 후회. So what is important with 후회 is that you always put it after the reason why you add it to the sentence. So in English, it would be the opposite, right? We would say after eating the meal, but in Korean, it would be more like meal eating after. So you always need to make sure that it is found after the purpose of why you add it to the sentence. So it's just like it was separated in two parts. So the first part of the sentence and then the second part of the sentence. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So hopefully it makes sense to you guys. But that is also like te. We have seen it also before, like te with the double D and the e like this, which means when. You always add it after as well. Or 전에, always add it, okay? So all those words have the same position, so you always place them after the reason why you added to the sentence. Hopefully it's making it clearer for you guys. Thank you so much for the like and the follow. Thank you. So let's continue with the second part of this sentence. So we have 과일. Does any of you guys know what 과일 mean? Thank you so much for the repost. What does 과일 mean? Comment down below if you guys know what 과일 means. It is a type of food, so it is something related to food. Comment down below. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds to try and guess what does 과일 would mean. So comment down below if you guys know what 과일 would mean. It doesn't mean work, right, or day. It comes together. So 과일 is a word on its own, okay? It's not separated, so you cannot try and guess by Hanja, right? That wouldn't work that way. Hi, Sophia. Thank you so much for being here today. How are you doing? So yes, you guys are correct. 과일 is fruit. So 과일, fruit. We have 학교. So like I mentioned before, we have 그리고 right here. That is used at the beginning of the sentence and to connect multiple sentences together, meaning and we have 학교, which is another way of saying and. However, you can find it in between nouns. So just right here, 하고, in between nouns. 하고 mean and, right? Yes, exactly. I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So yes, you are correct. 하고 means and, but you can only use it, right, with nouns and I think adjectives, but I'm not sure about adjectives. So for example, if you want to use it with verbs, you remove the ha and it is just go. But in this case, they are nouns, so that is why you use 하고. So it is also always glued to another word. So you will actually never see it hang out by himself. So you never put a space in between the things that you are seeing and between. Okay. So yes, so fruits and we have 성편을. So at first when I started this thing, I didn't know what 성편을 was. So I Googled it to show you guys. What's the difference between pure Korean and Sino-Korean numbers? So you mean like native Korean number and Sino-Korean numbers? Is this what you are asking me? So 성편을, I'm gonna show you what it is. So this is this little thing. I guess it's a kind of mochi. I'm not sure. I have never tried it, but this is what, maybe it's something that you get on Chuseok. No idea because I didn't see that in when I went to restaurants or things like that. So this is like this. So I guess it is kind of fruity. So it's not salty since it is kind of like a dessert. But if you guys know, right, what that is exactly, you can comment down below because even Naver Dictionary couldn't find really what that meant. It just said songpyeon, sorry. Half moon rice cake. It is rice cake. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So it is a type of rice cakes that I guess you eat during Chuseok time. I'm not sure if you eat it also in other time. Mochi look like? Yeah, exactly. It really looks like a mochi. But yes. I just wanted to know the difference between the two numbers and when to use in what situation. So the two differences is that you would say, like, I would say maybe 60% of the time you use Sino-Korean number and then 40% of the time native Korean numbers. So Sino-Korean number is from the Chinese number system. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and it follows like a clear order. And then native Korean doesn't really have any order. It's kind of like, I mean, Korean people created it from scratch, so it is like 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, etc. However, like I said, 60% of the time you use Sino-Korean, which is the Chinese one, and then 40% the native one. So right now it will be very difficult to let you guys know the number for what exactly, but you can find multiple sheets online or videos that explain when to use which. But right now it would take me a long time to explain when do you need to use each one of them. So yes, hopefully this helped. Maybe I can do a video on TikTok later to tell you guys when you need to use which number system, but for right now it would take too long if I tell you just like that. So let me take a screenshot of your comment and I will try to film this video probably next week. So it's a kind of specialty 8 in Chuseok. Yes, that's probably why. In Squid Game, they use the Sino-Korean for player numbers, right? I'm not sure, I don't remember, but yes, because normally over 100, so like native Korean number is like from 0 to 99, and if you go 100 and over, it's symmetrically like you need to use the Sino-Korean number. So over 100, always Sino-Korean number. Below, so 99 and below, it can be both of them depending on the context. One more question. Sorry, what time do you usually go live, your time zone? So normally, thank you, Stefan, for responding. From Tuesday till Thursdays. Yes, exactly. Tuesday till Thursdays, same time. And then Sunday, I go live at 11 a.m., which is, like 2 hours and a half before right now. So this is the time that I normally go live on Sunday, but the rest of the time it's always at the same time. So also if you want to make sure to not miss my other Korean study live stream, you can go over on my profile and change the notification to always have it, because normally it's set it as preferred. So you will only most of the time get a notification if you are on the app while I go live. But if you want to get a notification each time to make sure to not miss it, then you can just activate the bell. Yeah, did you like the player? Yes, exactly. So always over 100, you automatically choose the Sino-Korean, which is the Chinese-based Korean number system. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, sure. I'm always checking your live, but I don't know when. Okay, perfect. That's great. Now you know. All right, like for 496. Yeah, exactly. I took a long time to type that. It's okay. It will get easier with time, right? It's always like hardest at first, and then the more you practice and you do it again and again, the easier it becomes. So thank you so much for the like. Let's continue now. So yes, we have 성변을, which is the kind of mochi like that is eating during Chuseok time. And we have the verb 먹었어요, which is from the verb 먹다, to eat. Once again, however, here we have the double shiat. So it is in the past tense, so it basically means ate. I have a Korean book next to me, how to flip to the Sino-Korean number page. Okay. But that is good. That's great that you came in prepared, right? That is amazing. So here, I'm going to repeat this sentence. After eating the meal, okay, they ate fruits and songpyeon, which is the kind of mochi. Mochi, sorry. Do we say mochi or mochi? I'm not sure. Anyways, we eat that in Korea after Chuseok. It's the Teach Yourself Beginner's Korean book. Oh, really? I don't know about this book, but that's great. Plural fruits. Technically, it doesn't specify, like it doesn't say like with the del, but here we know that, you know, it's probably not just one fruit, but yes, just like that, it makes sense as well. It's so nice. Oh, really? That is amazing. Then maybe some other people can get it if they are beginner and they want a great book. So let's continue with the next sentences for now.
송편은 떡이에요. 보통 추석에 먹어요.
I swear, each time I search for something and I talk about something, she just explains it right after. It's always like that. So let's repeat those two sentences very quickly. 송편은 떡이에요. 보통 추석에 먹어요. So let's repeat it a little bit slower for you guys. 송편은, yes. 떡이에요. 보통 추석에 먹어요. So songpyeon, we know that it is the mochi rice cake thing that they ate during Chuseok, okay? 떡이에요, which is 떡, rice cake. And we have the verb 있다, which is to be. So 이에요 is the conjugated form of the verb to be. So it's saying that the songpyeon are basically rice cake. We have 보통. So this word, I really liked this word. So does any of you guys remember what 보통 would mean? So it is a word of frequency. So comment down below if you guys remember what 보통 would mean. While I drink a little bit of water. So what does 보통 mean? Comment down below if you guys know what 보통 would mean. So like I said, this is a word of frequency. So we have seen it a lot of times before. So comment down below. I'm going to give you a few more seconds to try and guess what 보통 would mean. I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you guys are correct. 보통 is usually. So usually, most of the time, okay, always at the beginning of the sentence. We have 추석에, so 추석, which is a holiday in Korean, that is the equivalent to Thanksgiving. We have the 에 particle, okay, so it is a particle of time or location, so we can translate that to at 추석 or like during Chuseok. That is also how you can translate this word with the 에 particle. And once again, we have the verb 먹다, to eat, which is 먹어요 conjugated. So it's basically saying that usually they eat that during Chuseok. So that would be how you can translate those two sentences that are very, very short, right? I feel like it's the shortest sentences that we have seen in all my Korean study live streams. Thank you so much for the share and the like. Thank you, thank you. So let's continue with the next ones. However, if you have any questions about those ones, please feel free to comment down below.
추석에 음식을 정말 많이 먹었어요. 그리고 많은 친척들을 만났어요.
Okay, let me hide this one. So also, I just wanted to quickly let you guys know, if you are not able to make it to any of my Korean study live stream, I wanted to let you guys know that now I have been putting them on YouTube, so you can rewatch them in case you either cannot make it or you want to revisit some things that we have seen, or you want to write down some words that you didn't have time to write down. You can always go back to my YouTube channels a couple of days later and find that Korean study live stream. So it is Audrey in Seoul. If you guys are interested to follow that, I will be posting also other videos very, very soon. But yes, thank you, your channel. So yes, it's called Audrey in Seoul, just like my channel right here. So you will see all the Korean study live streams that we have done since mid-September. So you can also go watch them, write down, and do whatever you want, okay? So I just wanted to give you a small reminder for anyone that wasn't there the previous times that I let you guys know. So let's repeat those two sentences together. 추석에 음식을 정말 많이 먹었어요. 그리고 많은 친척들을 만나서요. So let me repeat a little bit slower for you guys. 추석에 음식을 정말 많이 먹었어요. 그리고 많은 친척들을 만났어요. So let's translate everything together. So we have 추석에. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. So we have 추석에. Comment down below if you guys remember with the 에 particle, what would that mean, right? 추석에. Comment down below so we know that 추석 is the Korean holiday that is the equivalent to Thanksgiving. However, with the 에 particle, what does it make it? Comment down below if you remember with the 에 particle, what does it make it? Okay, I'm gonna give you a few seconds to try and guess what 추석에 would mean together. So now I'm not just giving you right translation of words, but I want to know if you can understand the meaning when it's paired with a particle. So comment down below, what does that mean? If you have the answer, I'm going to give you a few more seconds if you want to try and guess what does 추석에 would mean. So I just want to let you guys know also that if you don't know and you are not sure, you can still try and comment down below, as this is a free zone of no judgment and we are here to learn. So it's always better to try than to forget and not try. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Yes, I see a lot of great answers. That is correct, guys. So 추석에 is a particle of location or time. So if I understood correctly, your YouTube channel is also Korean with Audrey. I'm not sure if it is Korean with Audrey, but I know that if you type Audrey in Seoul, you will find it. But I'm not sure if I put also Korean with Audrey. Maybe I might have. Maybe it's possible. But if you see like videos with like Korean study live streams with like little views of Seoul behind, then that is me. So that is the way that you can find out. But yeah, it's possible that I wrote Korean with Audrey as well. But my username over there should be Audrey in Seoul as well. So 추석에, so it will be at 추석 or during 추석. That is how you can translate it. And a particle is a location or time or location. In this case, it is associated with time. So at 추석 or during 추석. Okay, that is how you can translate this part. Thank you. You're welcome. I think it's Audrey and so. Okay, thank you, Tiff, for confirming. But I wasn't sure if I put Korean with Audrey, it would have been possible. But I know for sure the username itself is Audrey and Seoul on YouTube as well. But the name I put, I'm not sure what I put. I don't remember. 음식을. So we have 음식을. Does any of you guys remember what 음식을 would mean? Comment down below if you guys remember what 음식을 would mean. So this is a word that we have seen a lot of times before in my Korean study live stream. So what does 음식을 mean? Thank you so much for the like, Tiff. Thank you. So what does that mean? Comment down below. What does 음식을 would mean? I'm gonna give you a few seconds to try and guess what 음식을 would mean. So 음식 alone is okay, right? The particle doesn't mean much itself. But yes, comment down below if you guys know the translation to 음식. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds to try and guess the meaning behind that. So I will give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. So 음식 would mean food. So during 추석, the food, okay? 정말, which is emphasis. When you want to emphasize something. So really, very. Okay, so here there is two emphasizing at the same time. So you know that it is like, very, very much. Because we have 정말, which is really or very, and then we have 많이, which is from the verb 많다, to be a lot or to be many. So it's like really a lot. So she's saying it's not just a lot, it's like really a lot. 먹었어요, which is from the verb again, 먹다, to eat. Double 시읒, past tense. So she is saying that during 추석 time, okay, she ate really a lot of food. So that would be how you can translate this sentence. Thank you so much for the share. Thank you. So during 추석 time, food really a lot ate. So this is a sentence that is emphasizing a lot of things, right? A lot of things. So let's jump to the second sentence that we have right here. Okay, I'm trying to hide this word. I should have like a paper or something to hide the word that I want to ask you guys. So first of all, let me hide that one. 그리고. Okay. 그리고. Comment down below. Okay, this is not working well. 그리고. What does that mean? Comment down below if you guys know. Remember what 그리고 means. We have seen it at the beginning, right, of this Korean study live stream. So comment down below if you guys remember what 그리고 would mean. So if you guys remember the little trick I gave you guys at the beginning of this study session, okay, comment down below if you remember the answer. I'm going to give you a few more seconds to try and guess. Thank you so much for the follow and the like. Thank you. So comment down below if you want to try and guess what 그리고 would mean. I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that is correct. 그리고 means end. So like I said, you want to use that at the beginning of the sentence, okay? So, and it means end. So it connects those two sentences together. And most words that are starting in 그 are all connective words. So what do? Is that they connect multiple sentences together. You covered it. Yes, because I want to ask you guys this word, but it is written. So that is why I'm trying to hide it. We have 맞는, which is once again from the verb 많다, to be a lot or to be many. However, in this case, it is put more like adjective to this word, okay? And then we have 친척들을. Does any of you guys 친척? So it's 친척. Does any of you guys know the meaning behind that word? So maybe some people were able to see it before I hide it. So comment down below if you guys know what this word means. We have also seen it yesterday, so you might be familiar with what does this word mean. So what does 친척들을 mean? What was the second word? 많은? Is that what you're saying? 많은 is to be many or a lot. However, in this context, it is put as an adjective that complements this word. Something to do with people, family, or friends, lol. Yes, that is correct. So 친척들을 means relatives. So people that I guess are in your family, whether it is blood related or not blood related. So 친척들을, relative. We have the 들 once again. That means multiple people. And if you are there, I think it was Tuesdays, there was one word that had the 들, and it got me so confused because we were using a verb with 들. So in this case, right, it means 들, multiple. Parents, sorry, I don't understand English a lot. It's okay, no worries. So technically, relatives is not just only like your parents. It's like your parents, your sister, brothers, your cousin, your aunt, uncle, grandparents. So everyone in your family that is either blood related or their boyfriend, girlfriend, you can call them relatives. Oh, I was guessing based on the verbs. The verbs? Ah, okay, yeah, to meet. Yes. You know, that was a smart move, Tip. That was a smart move. Sometimes you can do that and, you know, you will be able to guess the context of the sentence. So that is something good that you did just right here. Oh, thanks. I understand now. You're welcome. So not only did you learn Korean words, but you also learned English words today, which is great. So we have the verb 만나서요, which is from the verb 만나다, to meet. However, once again, since there is a double shiat under here, we know that it is in the past tense. So it's basically saying that, and she met a lot of relatives. So there was a lot of people that was there. Thanks, you're welcome. But honestly, that was great what you did there. It's one of the greatest way I feel like to, whenever you don't understand each word in the sentence, with sometimes just the verb, you can try and guess the meaning of it. So that was a really great call. That was a great call. So we will continue with the next sentences. However, if you have any questions about those two, feel free to comment down below.
오랜만에 만나서 좋았어요. 친척들하고 시간을 보내고 밤에 집에 왔어요.
Okay, so I feel like those two sentences are going to be slightly harder for the beginners right here. So let's repeat those two sentences together. 오랜만에 만나서 좋았어요. 친척들하고 시간을 보내고 밤에 집에 왔어요. So let me repeat slightly slower for you guys. 오랜만에 만나서 좋았어요. 친척들하고 시간을 보내고 밤에 집에 왔어요. Can you give the full English sentence at the before or here? Please let me know if you are talking about like before or just right here. So let's start with that one. We have 오랜만에 at the end. Yes, I didn't say the same. I didn't say the thing before. Wait, okay, in this case, if you guys okay, so let me repeat quickly, okay, the sentence just right here. Oh, thank you so much for the heart, Mimi. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here today. So I will quickly give you again the translation in English, okay? During Chuseok, okay, we ate really a lot of food, and she met a lot of relatives. So that would be how those two sentences are translated in English. So let's go now with the next one that we were doing just right here. Okay, so let's continue with that one. We have 오랜만에, which is for a long time. We have 오랜만, which is long time, and a particle kind of add, we know that it is a location or a time thing. Sorry, no, it's okay. Please remind me if I forget, because sometimes I speak so much that I am not fully, not there mentally, but like sometimes I don't remember if I did it or not. So if I forget, please remind me. So yes, 오랜만에, 오랜, long time. A particle kind of makes it after a long time or for a long time. So here, time particles. So in this case, it can be translated to for a long time or after a long time. We have 만나서. So 만나 from the verb 만나다, to meet. However, does any of you guys remember what it means when you add 서 to either an adjective or a verb? So comment down below if you guys remember what 만나서 together would mean, or if you just remember what it means when you add 서 to a verb or a word. So comment down below if you guys remember the meaning of that. I'm gonna let you guys know very, very soon, because it's a harder one. So you might only get familiar with that if you are intermediate, but maybe if you are beginner, you know as well. So comment down below if you remember. If not, I'm gonna give you the answer after I drink a little bit of water. Okay. Oh wait, it sounds like so it's so. Not exactly. 그래서 would be that. But not in this case. So we have the so particle that is added to the verb 만나다, which is to meet. However, like I mentioned a couple of times previously, but you might have forgotten, when you add this to a verb or an adjective, it makes it because. Okay, so it's kind of like a reason. So like I keep mentioning, you always put the cause or the reason before and then the result after. So here in this case, she is kind of saying because without saying words like 왜냐하면 or like 근데 or things like that, okay? So she is not especially saying out loud because. However, since she is using this particle, we know that the things in front of it is either a cause or a reason for something. So here in this case, it's like because they didn't meet for a long time or they haven't met for a long time. That is how you can translate this first part of the sentence. So because they didn't get to meet or they haven't met for a long time or after a long time. That would be how this first part of the sentence would be translated. So always remember, when there is a so added to a verb or an adjective, it becomes because. And the because is always first. So it is a cause or a reason to something, which shows the results after. So here it is 좋았어요, which is from the verb 좋다, to. Okay, I'm not gonna give you the answer. Comment down below if you guys know what 좋았어요 would mean. So technically it is from the verb 좋다, which if you have been following my Korean study live streams for a while, you guys are familiar that I go with the 3 levels of enjoyment. Okay, so there is the first level, which is 좋다, this one. There is the second level, which is 좋아하다. And then we have the third level, which is 사랑하다. So comment down below what 좋았어요 would mean if it's on the first level of enjoyment. Comment down below if you guys know what 좋았어요 would mean if it becomes from the level 1 of 3 enjoyments in life. So I'm gonna give you a few more seconds to try and guess the meaning behind that. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love that, Stefan, you remember exactly the words I said. So yes, this is also in the past tense. However, the verb 좋다 is to be good. So like I keep mentioning, there is 3 levels of enjoyment. The first one is to be good, which is 좋다 or conjugated 좋아. Okay, so it's not like the best. It's good. I might like it, but it's not like wow, you know. And then we have the second level, which is 좋아하다, to like. So it's something that you like and it's more than just simply good. Okay, and then you have the third level, which is 사랑하다. That is mostly always used with only people, right? Which is to love. So 좋다, 좋아하다, and 사랑하다, 3 levels of enjoyment. So it is kind of the first one. In this case, it's in the past tense, so you can translate that to was good. So because she hasn't met her relatives for a long time, okay, it was good. That is basically how this sentence would mean. So after a long time, met because was good. That is how this sentence would be translated. Then let's go with the second one, which is slightly harder. Okay, there is a lot of little things that makes it different. Not different because it's all things that we have seen previously, but together it might sound like a very long sentence. However, if you are able to translate that sentence, please comment down below. I'm curious to see if anyone can try and guess that sentence correctly. So we have 친척들하고. We know that 친척 is relative. We have 들, which is plural, so it becomes relatives. We have 하고, Does any of you guys remember what hako mean? So comment down below if you guys remember what hako would mean. And once again, hako is always, always, always glued to another word, so you will never see it hang out by himself. A lot of people might think that there is a space in between, but no, a hako always, always is glued to another word. You can think of it of like, you know, that friend that always wants to hang out with you, right? That can be another way that you can associate it with. So comment down below if you guys remember what hako would mean. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds to try and guess. I'm gonna give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you guys are correct. I see some great answers. So hako, like Kokito said, and Tiff, it either means and or with, depending on the context of the sentence, and it is used with nouns or adjectives. Okay, so that is when you can use hako. So here in this case, noun, and I guess 시간, it is a noun as well, so that is why you can use hako in between, which means and. So relatives and 시간을, which is, what is 시간? Does any of you guys remember what 시간 would mean? Comment down below if you guys remember what 시간 would mean. So comment down below if you guys know what 시간 would mean. So we have seen it a couple of times before. So it is kind of, I'm not going to give you a hint because I'm going to give you the answer. I was going to say it's related to, but I'm going to give you literally the answer of the word if I say anything. So I'm going to give you a few more seconds to try and guess what 시간 would mean. So I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. Stefan, it's okay. No worries. So family would be 가족. 가족 would be family. But in this case, 시간 is time. Okay, but that was a good guess because we were talking about relatives. However, family would be 가족, not 시간. But that is a great guess. We have 보내고, which is from the verb 보내다, to spend. I'm really sorry, this is irrelevant, but I didn't know you like Hyosung. He's my favorite K-pop idol. Oh, really? You like Hyosung too? Oh, that is amazing. He was actually my first K-pop bias. So he was my old bias for a very, very long time. Sadly, someone took over his place, but he's still deeply in my heart. But yes, Hyosung is my bias from 80s though. So yes, thank you so much for the like. If you guys have seen my newest video, you will understand what we have talking about. Have you seen Weak Hero? What is that? Why does it sound like a game? You're doing great. Yes, Stefan, you are still doing great. So we have 보내다, which is from the verb, we have 보내고, which is from the verb 보내다, to spend time. Wow, it's cool. It's so cool to hear. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are not, they follow me through my Korean study live streams, but I feel like there is a lot of things that kind of surprise people when I tell them. So yes, Weak Hero is really good. It's a K-drama. Oh no, I don't know what that is. So clearly I haven't seen Weak Hero. What is it about? Tell me what it is about, and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna watch it or not, depending on that. So yes, here it would be spending time, okay? So it's basically saying that in this case, it would mean more like with. So she spent time with her relatives. That is how this first part of the sentence would be translated. We have go. Like I mentioned before, it is another way of saying and. However, it is only used with either verbs, adjectives, or action. So you can only use this go with those three. So you wouldn't be able to use it with nouns just like here. So and, first part of the sentence, second part of the sentence. We have 밤에. Does any of you guys know what 밤에 would mean? Comment down below if you guys know what 밤에 would mean in this case. So comment down below if you know what 밤에 would mean. Okay, fish bread. Fish bread is 붕어빵. That is, you have a little bit, instead of 밤, it's 빵. But 붕어빵 is the fish-shaped bread. That was close. You're trying your best, Stefan. That is amazing. At least you're trying. That is the best. don't give up. 포기하지 마. Or like, how is it called? Unkwan? Unkwan, he says give up, but in this case, don't pick his advice, okay? Don't give up. Not give up. At night, yes, you guys are correct. Fighting, fighting. Thank you so much for the share. So yes, 밤에 would mean kind of at night, okay? At night. 집에, so there is a lot of e particle one after the other, right? So here it is with time and here it is with location. So that is why you can use both of them, right? Since they serve a different purpose. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. So 집에, which is at home, okay? 왔어요, which is from the verb 오다, to come. So here we have a double shift, which is past tense. So it basically means went. So she went back home. So here it is saying that she spent, okay, sometimes with her relatives and she came back home at night. Okay, so it was nighttime when she came back home after spending some time with her relatives. So that would be how this second 집에, what was it? It was at home. So 집에, 집, home, a particle makes it at. So at home. She went back at home. That is how you can translate that. So let me repeat one word, one after the other. So relatives, plural, with, time, spent, and at night, at home, came back. That is how you can translate this sentence. Weak hero is about a student who uses intelligence to fight against his bully. Ah, okay. I see. Interesting. Is it new? Is it not new? Let me know. So that might be the end for today. If you guys want to do one more sentence, we can do that. Yes, I start class 2 today. Huh? Okay, this is probably with what you were talking about with the K-drama. So let me know if you guys want one more sentence, okay? I might have time to do one more if you guys want. Weak hero class 2. Ah, okay, that makes sense. So comment down below if you guys want me to do one more sentence. If not, I will go now. But I might have time for one more sentence. If you guys would like to, comment down below. I'm gonna wait a couple more seconds to see if you guys want one more sentence, or do we call it a day for today? Not for the week, because we will see each other Sunday as well. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you. And also, I just want to say quickly before I forget, if you are new, don't forget to follow me just right here. I go live 3 to 5 times each week where we study Korean together, just like right now, if you don't mind. Yes, of course, a million people say yes. A million people. Oh, wow. There is a lot of people in my life today. That is amazing. A million. So let's do one more sentence now, okay?
친척들하고 시간을 보내고 밤에 집에 왔어요. 집에 늦게 와서 정말 피곤했어요.
Okay, so let's just do the one above right here. So let me repeat that very, very fast. 집에 늦게 와서 정말 피곤했어요. So let me repeat a little bit slower for you guys. 집에 늦게, right? 늦게 와서 정말 피곤했어요. So let's translate everything together. There is a lot of interesting words that I'm very, very excited to ask you guys what that means. So we have 집에, which is at home. Once again, 집, home, a particle, location or time. So it makes it together at home. We have 늦게. Does any of you guys know the meaning behind 늦게? Comment down below if you guys know the meaning behind 늦게. So technically, it would be an adjective that complements 집에. So comment down below if you guys know what 늦게 would mean. Don't be shy to try and guess. Even if you are unsure, you can still comment down below the meaning of 늦게. Comment down below if you guys know the meaning of 늦게. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds. So small tip, okay, tip, trick, no. Small hint, that is the word I was searching for. This complements 집에. So this is an adjective that goes together with 집에, which is at home. So I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I see some great answers. 늦게 would means late. So in this case, it would have the purpose of an adjective. So late at home. We have 와서. So we have 와, which is from the verb 오다, to come. Okay. Now, I explained to you guys what does the 서 mean when it is added to a verb or an adjective. So comment down below if you remember what 서 add to this word. Does any of you guys remember? Right? I told you guys maybe 10 minutes ago. So does any of you guys remember, or did you forget already? So what does the 서 add to the verb? Comment down below if you guys know what the 서 would add to the verb. So comment down below if you guys know what would that mean. I'm gonna give you a few seconds, okay, to try and guess. So it's as if the sentence was split in two. So this is the first part, this is the second part of the sentence. And what you gotta remember always in Korean, which is the opposite in English, the cause or the reason to something always comes before and the result comes after. So in English, it would be the opposite. But the friend who won't go away. Yes, there are a lot of friends that won't go away. All particles are basically friends that won't go, doesn't want to go away. Because come late at home. Yes, Anuis, that would be correct. So we have 서, that means because. So here in this case, because she came back late at home. She came back home late. That can be also how you can translate this part. Always remember that technically, while you add this, it means because, but she is not especially saying because. So she is more explaining of a cause or a reason to something. Yes, that could be correct. So because she came back home late, that would be how this first part, of the sentence is translated. Let's continue with the second part. We have 정말. Does any of you guys remember what 정말 would mean? So I think we have seen it 1,000 times in my Korean study live stream. Like we basically see it maybe 5 times, right, each study session. So comment down below if you guys remember what 정말 would mean. I'm gonna give you a few seconds while I drink once again a little bit of water because I have been yapping so much today. It's crazy. So comment down below if you guys remember what 정말 would mean. So what does 정말 would mean? Do you guys remember? What does 정말? Your explication is very easy. Oh, really? I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that my explanation are making senses, but because sometimes I feel like it doesn't, but you guys understand well. So I guess I'm not too bad at explaining. So yes, you guys are correct. So 정말 is a word that means either really or very, and it is always an emphasizing word. So it emphasizes something, which is this verb. So really, very. We have the verb 피곤했어요, which is from the verb 피곤하다, to be tired. Here, double 시옷. Once again, it makes it in the past tense. So was tired. So because she came back at home late, or she came home later, late, however you want to say that, okay? She was really tired. So that would be how this first sentence is translated. So that will be the end for today. We will see each other again this Sunday. And next week, we will continue with a different Korean podcast. So if you want to finish that podcast by yourself, you are more than welcome to do so because we will be doing a new one next week and it's going to be intermediate level. However, if you are still beginner, you can still join us because you will learn even more things, right? Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. And just before we leave, I just wanted to give you a quick reminder that today we went on a few grammar points, right? We not understood, but we discovered a lot of new grammar structure that we have not seen before. So this is kind of what I normally do in my Korean tutoring sessions, except it is all personalized to you. So it is for your own needs. So if you want me to help you one-on-one, so explain things clearly until you understand and give you a structure in your studies, I have a private tutoring spots that are available. So there is 2 spots that is available for this October left. So if you want that, you can apply through the link in my description. So yes, that is basically what I normally do with my Korean my Korean tutoring students. So we work on a lot of things. More mistakes happen. Yes, it's okay. We are all here for that. Thanks. As always, you're a natural teacher. Oh, thank you so much. 고마워요, 여러분. You guys are so sweet. You are the highest level of enjoyment for teacher. Thank you so much. I'm going to take a screenshot of all your very cute comments. I really, really appreciate you guys. You are the best, and I'm so happy for everyone that keeps coming and coming again. Also for the new people that are consistently joining. But I'm great to literally everyone, especially the ones that comes each time. Tiff, Stefan, I always see you each time, and I'm very, very grateful. I see also Anne-Louise and others that I keep seeing again and again. I'm very, very grateful to you guys, and I'm happy to hear that you are enjoying those Korean study sessions, because yes, I'm making that for me to practice my Korean, right? Words that I have not seen in a long time, but also so that I make your Korean studies easier. And I hope that so far I have been able to help you guys in some way and lighten your Korean studies. That is my goal. So very, very grateful to each one of you guys that can make it each time. So what should be this emoji for today? I'm gonna give you, see you soon, Audrey. Thank you so much for being here. Anne-Louise, merci, merci. So comment down below which emoji should we pick for today. 감사합니다. 네, 감사합니다, 여러분. So comment down below which emoji of the day should we pick. So what is it exactly for any of you guys that are not familiar? The emoji is is an emoji that we use that is different for each of my Korean study live stream. And whether the next time that you see my videos on your For You page, or next time you join one of my Korean study live stream, if you send me this emoji, I will know that you are here today, as well as everyone that was here today. So it's kind of like a secret code for us today. So comment down below an emoji that we can pick for today that would relate to the subjects that we talked about. I always try to pick something that is related to what we are studying. So squid, because someone said Squid Game earlier. Oh, that is amazing. Okay, let's go with the squid, because some people talked about Squid Game earlier. So that would be related to what we talked about today, and no one will really understand why we are putting squids everywhere, right? So that is the funniest thing, I feel like, because no one will understand why we are all saying that emoji. So it is kind of a secret code between each other to recognize each other and know that we were all here today. So I know that Stefan always comes in that study live stream with this emoji, and I recognize it each time. So thank you so much for taking part into this little thing that I started with you guys, and I hope that you enjoy it as well, right? It builds some secret code between each other. And yes, that will be it for today. Do you guys have any more questions? If not, that will be the end for this Korean study session. However, we will see each other again this Sunday if you guys want to join me. So I don't think you guys have any more questions, so I will go for today. But thank you so much, guys. I really, really had fun today. Thank you so much. 안녕히 계세요, 여러분. 안녕. 안녕. 안녕.